They're way down. There ain't even anybody here. Nope. Nobody here.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Well, it's a little cold. As far as the truck, it's already gone through 2 cycles of trying to warm itself up. And yeah, it's unhappy. But alrighty, let's dive into today's video. Beautiful weather, just chilly today compared to the other days. They did get a bunch of ice, it rained and whatnot. And actually here got snow last night, but it's all gone. So let's jump in the truck. I'll explain what's going on. Okay, so here's the rundown because I didn't really explain it. So the dragline guys, they left one farm. They got 1 million or something gallons out, and what'd they do, 3 days? Yeah, 2.5, 3 days. So they got done there. I don't know what Yanko sees, but he's lying. We're driving up to the upper shop here. Beautiful country. Yeah. So they got all that manure moved out. Then they went to the next farm. And my plan was to go from where I was down to the next farm. But then for 2 days, and then go back up to pretty much where I was to go to a farm we've hauled at where we're gonna be probably there for a few days. Maybe a week. 4 million gallons is the plan. So, yesterday, I got the offer of, hey, you can stay hauling where you are, or you can go down there, or you can do your own thing. And I said, honestly, I got a lot of stuff I got to do. My own thing, I'd rather get that stuff done, and then I will be good to run next week. Since honestly, other than soil sampling and doing some site work, we can't work ground there or do anything like that. We can do some little projects, but it's not like we're hauling manure or anything right there. So I'm not in a rush yet. I'm gonna be in a rush at some point, but it's not yet. So I said, alrighty, I'll do my own stuff. So we ran out to the property, did that. This morning I've caught up on a ton of computer work. You gotta remember, editing video and doing all that side, it's a full-time job, never mind anything else. So, which works out. But I said, alrighty, I'm gonna run up and do my truck, which, leads me to why we didn't run today. Dairy challenges at the farm. So a bunch of people, college students, have been sending me pictures of my truck parked there, and I parked it in a great spot for it. So, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna run up there. We're gonna work on some little things at some point here, and in between we are gonna stop. We're gonna see James, and we're gonna see all the boys and the dragline guys. They got 2 dragliners running. Another farm has a 3rd running right up the road from it, so should be pretty big action going on. And I'll be able to get some actual action instead of just wandering around in a truck and not being able to show you everything. Yanko, relax. But I'm up here at the upper shop. Both of these trucks have some issues going on. One at rear end, one a transmission issue. So I'm gonna take Mike, bring him back up to where they're draglining, because he brought this truck back from there, and we'll see what action we can get into. But alrighty, that's where we're at. That's a hell of a view. What up? You want to get out? Okay. We're out here. This is where the drag lines are running. Figured I'd come back over here. This is actually Joey Anizeski. He works here. We're at Taisho. Hell of a kid. So he's loading trucks today. We got everybody. And that boat, the Newton crawler out there that's agitating away, that bad boy is on GPS. So it is just driving around agitating. That is one hell of an animal as far as agitating sand so that you pump it all out. Does an amazing job. I know there's some other brands and stuff like that, but things pretty freaking serious. So they had quite the manure here, and I think they're actually running till Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to the next spot. So Yeah. I don't know if I can, we're gonna see about zooming in here. Let's pull the phone out. There we go, we'll zoom right in on it. So the wheels come up. If you don't know what a dune crawler is, wheels come up, but it's agitating. It's got multiple different guns that are picking up manure and blowing it back in. And it uses the manure guns to actually move itself around. So you mark out the grid coordinates of where the edge is, and it goes to town. So I think they take it in and out for fuel, but that's been in there since Saturday, and today, I think it was Saturday, maybe Sunday, and today is Thursday. So here's the controls. Here's Joey. So you can control it remotely, and then you can set it up that it just goes around and does its own thing. GPS. How do they actually mark out GPS? You go around the edge?
Yeah, you go around the side, you do your teach points on it.
It makes a square.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can go around the pump and everything.
Oh.
Set as many points as you want. Good to go.
Then it just floats around. Joey's over there checking his boat out. I figured I'd jump in. It is nice when you got a pump tractor guy and you don't have to get out of the trucks, but especially today, it's windy. Frick, it's warm in here, Joey. Get his boots off, hanging out, having a good time. So Taishoke has 3 of their trailers. I think Boars are running 3 of their trailers, trucks and trailers. And then there was the Diller. Mike had, he believes, rear end failure. It makes all sorts of noises. So that got back to the farm. I'm gonna check it out. So, trying to keep you guys out of the wind. We really gotta upgrade some microphone stuff. But when I do that, I'm in a working environment. I destroy things. GoPros are pretty tough, but we got the microphone. So, big noon pump. Big old thing. Here's the crawler. So Joey did have a hydraulic line blow. I believe it's one of these. Somewhere in here. Which that's the nature of the beast, but it's a lot bigger than you think when you start looking at it. So they'll get the hydraulic lines fixed out. But cat motor. It's a big boat with a lot of different, see the port's in the front. So it's pulling manure up. And then it, based on how you open the valves, it moves itself out there. But, yeah. And then as you see, it lifts itself. It can crawl, do everything. So they drive right over the edge, drive right into the pit, and party it up. So in noon, you build some pretty impressive pieces of equipment. And all while this is going on, still some farming, some solid manure moving around. So James Galusha coming in. Look at him. Professional truck driving connoisseur. Oh, first try. Wow. Oh, he wanted to go back. This is quite the friggin' cruise. It's the tune that puts it to sleep. So you can go across the 12-ton bridge, right?
Yeah.
It might be frowned upon.
As long as there's no one coming from the other side. Go back.
Yeah, just send her right across. Working. cool stuff. So how they're running it is they got two dragline systems. One the farm owns, one the Moore Brothers own. And when the Moore Brothers are moving, then they come over to this system. So this is tie show. All of this is tie show. Right?
Yep. They're out there in the field somewhere.
They're way down. There ain't even anybody here? Nope. Nobody here. So they got a big lead pump, puck suction pump. As you see, it goes up and over, drawing out of it. They got the air compressor right here. That is a big girl. Last year we went out to Walton's there and we saw his tractor trailer one. So I'm sure somebody's gonna pick up on it. This ramp's in the front. Yeah, that's for where you put your ATV, so you're moving it all at the same time. We're thinking that's a sensor. We don't know. But because there's nobody here running it, but they know that if it got empty to shut it down or slow it down. The pump knows what to do. So out in the tractor, he's got everything. Give me a second. I take it they're running light speed on it, so everything's connected, but I'm not sure, and I couldn't see. They got the panel. I wasn't gonna open the panel. And we gotta go. So the hose runs out, down over the hill, and then to who knows where.
I have no clue where they are.
They went all the way down the hill, and they're actually way out there. There's a hose cart there. Hose humper's moving around. So 2 guys, and just the truck's feeding them.
Moving some manure.
Efficiency. So there's 2 crews running for tie show, like I said. And they're moving the other one. That's why James is coming here right now. The trucks are relocated. And then Landview's got their setup running.
Oh, we'll be going by there.
Will we?
In a minute. Yeah.
So we'll 3 dragline crews, dragline setups.
Pretty much on the same road.
Yeah, within 3 miles of each other. So Landview's is right out there.
Big R model up here in the frac tank.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
so
Mark's here too.
They got some units here. Because that is their lead pump.
An old truck.
Old
an
truck,
back truck
with the transmission and everything. And then they got their R model, and that's their frac tank, which is an old container, and they're feeding into that. So you got to be creative when you're farming.
Dairy farming.
Dairy farming, yeah, that's crop farmers. They're not as creative as some dairy farmers. But Landview's, in essence, they're just that way.
Yeah, probably a mile. Not 2 miles away.
2 miles up, going
3, maybe.
going back east. Nowadays they let anybody drive trucks. Right, bud? Yeah. You know how to shift gears? As I said, there's 2 drag lines going. They're backing up and running. So they're loading this like anything. This is Steve's one. But they just got running. Brian's them. So owner of Tie Show. And we saw his other crew that was running there. Now Steve's crew, your tractor,
Working together.
working together, and that's the key of it. So
Yep.
it's a small world. You said you're youngest?
Yep, Sam. Shout out to Sam.
Watches the channel, so it's a small world.
Yep.
I'm gonna commandeer your truck and go see some things.
Yep.
So Brian let me borrow his truck, but the hose either has worked its way over or something. You can't drive across a hose when it's got manure going through it. So I am wandering. This is the kind of effort I put in for you guys for the content. So if you're not liked and subscribed to the channel, you probably should. We're out here on a, we probably got a mile to go. Yeah. That pipe has manure in it. And it is boogieing along. All this physical activity, it's good for you. But found the A-team out here dragging hose. So for those of you who do not know what it looks like after manure is applicated, injected, this is what it is. Like, you can't even tell anything was put in there. We got somebody who's been on the channel but not actually been on the channel. They just drove by once and beeped at us. Dragging muddy. Oh, how are we doing today? Cody?
Brian's four-wheeler's up there.
Brian gave me his pickup. And then the hose
didn't get you very far.
The hose was in the way, but physical activities really doesn't do me bad. No.
It's a lot farther than you planned on walking those.
Yeah. When you said you were way out here, you're way out here. So, introduce yourself. You've been on the channel because you drove by.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Cody Baker.
Yeah.
You used to hose hump and everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I worked for Landview for a while.
We saw their setup. We drove by them.
Yeah.
Our model life.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a few R models around there. I used to have an R model Mac too.
Did you really?
Yeah, with a tank on it.
That's living.
Yeah. Nobody wanted a straight job anymore.
Nope. Nobody wants a bumpy ride either. Everybody gets emotional.
Yeah.
You know, 2 dragline crews together. Trucks don't stop.
No, they've been going non-stop all day.
Which is pretty wild.
I'll take you and show you up here.
I was gonna say,
go through the way up here.
You start off all the way out and you've been coming backwards, right?
We had to go through this. Well, we didn't go through the hose. We had to put underneath the railroad tracks right there.
You didn't
No,
squish the tractor underneath that?
No,
Oh,
I
come
don't
on.
think we quite could have fit. Maybe. Be real close.
Yeah. Be a little skinnier, maybe a little
shorter.
Be an open station by the time you're done. There's
Well,
quite
we
a
had
lot.
to go way down, all the way down to the other end there.
Yeah.
All that.
And then
fly down. And there's a road that goes up and around. And we got to go across the tracks. And then up the hill over here. You go 3/4 of the way up the hill. And then you come back down to the field.
Alrighty. We'll let Cody get back to work. They're out there. Freaking beautiful day by the river. We got it's a good, probably 3/4 of a mile back to the pickup, and then only like 300 foot up the hill from the pickup. But at least we don't have to go up the hill. So we'll get a move on it. It's 5 o'clock already, so we better go get going and finish up what we started out today to do. That's the problem with people. Blinker on, swing wide, and before you know it, they're trying to go around you.
Gonna drive underneath me.
No.
Wonders why she's not contaminated.
Yep. Everybody's in a rush. Everybody.
Huge bombs.
Well, coming back into tie choke here. Very sharp operation. Last truck is leaving now, and they're gonna be done pumping for the day. So Steve tried to, no, you're good. Tried to open my door, and Yanko's protective. Come on out. You can go pee on some stuff. You're gonna be famous. Oh. How you doing?
I saw Yanko.
Since we're doing a little drive-through before we leave, our model? Yes, sir. Best farm trucks you can have. Like I said, in this area, there's a lot of blue and red tractors because of the dealerships that support them. But that's not it. Super dog. That is cool. I like it. Wicked clean. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, someday we'll have one. Yeah, double frame and everything. I gotta get me one of these though. This thing is hot. I'm not gonna open it. Hey Brian, I want to see that thing run some. I know it does, not in the salt and whatnot, which is good move. Got to do a little bit of jumping around, so I'm gonna call it good for this video. Some action. Usually I'm in a truck and I can't show you like the behind the scenes hanging out. Can't just stop and be like, alrighty, I'll jump in the hose humper right now and show you what's going on. So I appreciate everybody. Appreciate Brian. Looking forward to running there in the future. Very clean, well-organized operation. And yeah, dairy farming, there's a lot of key pieces of the puzzle, so keeping an operation tidy, it's always a challenge because you're farming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It never stops. So alrighty, I appreciate you guys watching along. The sun is right in my eyes. You guys are awesome, and I'm excited to get moved in. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. We're into the next day. I figured I'd put this together because we're doing a little wrenching all over the place. Gonna have a pretty action-packed video of some dragline operation with, well, 3 drag lines we're showing, which is pretty cool. So that's gonna come in a future video here. But jumping up to the R model, gotta drop it off the trailer, and gotta fix that leak on the trailer. I really want to do that. I think I'm gonna do that. We will see what time it is when we get there and how much ambition we have. We do gotta stop and get some things. It's already 6 o'clock on a Thursday. Tomorrow we are moving in. Tomorrow is Friday the 31st. We're gonna have a house. We all are. I'm not throwing a house party though. We're all gonna have a house. I will be excited because I can unpack my things. They've been storage for, yeah, months. Well, alrighty, jumping up to welcome stock, gonna drop the trailer. It kind of just makes sense that we're dropping it there. And then I should make sure I can drop it right there, because we're gonna go to King's anyways. Maybe I'll go drop it at King's. Then it will already be where it needs to be. I'm not sure. I'm figuring it out, but alrighty, thinking in my head.